What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Root to Rise. I am your host, Najee K. Vaughn, and here on this podcast, we stay grounded in truth and rise in our faith. So, today's episode is one that really hits home, especially for those of us who are walking with Christ while our friends are still living in the world. It's easy to become judgmental when you finally see the truth, but God calls us to love and not to condemn. So we are going to be talking about how knowing the truth can make us overly critical, why judgment pushes people away from God and not toward Him, and the power of prayer over condemnation, God's ability to reach anyone no matter how far they seem, and how to love like Christ did with grace over judgment. So if you've ever found yourself frustrated with your friends, looking at their choices and wondering why can't they just see what I see, this is the episode for you. So let's get into it.
Transform me. Yeah, transform me.
So when you truly start walking with God, your eyes open in ways that they never have before. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free, says John 8:32. Things that once seemed normal, like drinking, partying, casual relationships, certain music, and even certain conversations, start to feel different. And because of that, it is easy to look at people in your life and think, why don't they just get it? Why are they still living like that? But here is the thing. You didn't always get it either. And there was a time when you were blind to the truth. There was a time when you ignored God's voice. And there was a time when you thought you didn't need saving. And if God had judged you the way you're judging others, where would you be? Think about that. In Romans 3:23, it says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." That means all of us, me, you, your best friend, still living in the world, the person who wronged you, we all fall short. And yet, God still loves us. So why judgment does not work? The moment we start thinking we're better than someone because of where we are in our walk, we're missing the whole point of grace. Matthew 7:1-2 says, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with that measure you use, it will be measured to you." When Jesus walked this earth, He didn't come at sinners with condemnation. He came at them with love and truth. He didn't show shame to the woman caught in adultery. He forgave her. That was in John 8:10-11. He didn't reject Zacchaeus, the tax collector. He dined with him. That's in Luke 19:5. And He didn't run away from sinners. He called them to Himself. So why do we think that shaming, criticizing, or looking down on our friends will bring them to Christ? In Romans 2:4, it says, "Do you show contempt for the riches of His kindness, forbearance, and patience, not realizing that God's kindness is intended to lead you to repentance?" It is His kindness, not our criticism, that leads people to Him. Instead of judging your friends, pray for them. Pray that God softens their hearts. Pray that He removes the blinders. Pray that they encounter Him in a way they can't ignore. Because here is the truth. God can reach them in ways you never can or will be able to be. In Luke 18:27, it says, "What is impossible with man is possible with God." And you might think they're too far gone, they'll never change, and they do not care about God. But listen, neither did Saul. Saul persecuted Christians. He was convinced he was right, and he had no plans to follow Jesus. But one encounter changed everything, and that encounter is in Acts 9:3-6 if you want to read about it. The same God that turned Saul into Paul can transform your friends. So instead of criticizing them, Stand in the gap for them. If we want our friends to come to Christ, we have to reflect Christ. In John 13:35, it says, "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another." That means be patient. Their journey won't look like yours. Be understanding. Remember where you came from and be consistent. Keep walking in love even when they don't understand. Instead of pushing them away with judgment, draw them in with love. In 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, it says, "Love is patient, love is kind, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, and it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs." Love is what transforms people. Love is what God used to bring you back, and love is what will lead others to Him. So here's my challenge to you. Check your heart. Are you leading with love or judgment? I want you to also commit to praying for your friends daily and ask God to move in their lives. And 3, I want you to be the example. Let them see Christ in you, not condemnation. If this episode blessed you, share it with someone who needs it. I will see you guys in the next episode. I thank you for listening. I love you guys. These episodes are so short, you guys. I should rename this podcast like Bible in 10 minutes. But I thank you guys so much for listening. I will see you guys next week.
Transform me. Transform me. Yeah. Transform me. Transform me.